What's up? It's your boy Kid Clutch. Of course, I'm joined with,
The one and only Bodega.
and you already know, Curse Ones Podcast, episode 13.
We've grown.
We've grown. We don't got producer Roman or a real deal in the back, we have all had the government dropped at some point. I've been too lazy to bleep them out, so real deal, your name's out there already. But pretty much, we're talking about today the greatest anime ever. You disagree?
Oh, we talking about this?
Yes.
Oh. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, continue.
We just got finished watching the Demon Slayer movie. And look, he's an avid Demon Slayer hater. I'm an avid Demon Slayer. Like, it's okay. I'm on it's a solid.
I'm curious. I was like, how
I like it more than he does. But I think we're both in agreement that movie was the most pointless thing we've probably ever watched.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that it was like them like terrible, like that was just like stupid, like Madam Web. But but it did not need to be a movie. Like it first 45 minutes to an hour was a recap of season 3.
I don't get why we were surprised. We should have expected Demon Slayer would obviously do some shit like that because what they were gonna show us wasn't gonna be long enough for a movie.
Yeah.
But I was hoping it wouldn't be 45 minutes to an hour of just we're gonna drop you in the middle of a fight.
Yeah.
And just
but what they could have done was just either give us like non-canon, like just like kind of filler material, like the stuff with Hashira, like Sanemi and Iburu.
Oh,
Orochimaru, yeah. Like that was sick. I don't think that wasn't in the manga, right?
No, it was not.
That was on the manga. So like that was cool. Maybe stress that out, or kind of give us like this little solid, little small like snippet of what the Hashiras are doing, like I don't know, like a little bit about them, and that way, and have that be the first 45 minutes.
Agreed. Because we barely like in the manga, you barely see any of the Hashira fight
you don't.
Till the very end, and then it really makes you think: are these guys even strong?
Yeah, because you don't. They're statements, but it's like they're just statements.
Yeah, and so like getting things with like Sanemi and I think his last name is Obani.
Obanai, yeah,
Obanai. Orochimaru.
Yeah.
You know, like even though they were fighting fodderized people, they were cooking.
Yeah, they were cooking.
It was tough.
Even like the lower tiered like Slayers, they did their own thing. They had a leap because they were
they had a little moment though.
Yeah, they had a little moment.
So it was tough. I like I would have been fine with that, or just seeing other Hashiras do things. You know, obviously we're waiting for Gyome,
because that moment he was like, "Stop!"
He shook the world.
Sit down, and they were like, "Yeah, he stands on business because he's tough." But no, definitely. If we do, all they need to do, like obviously that's a lot more work for them, and But so like they probably wanted to cash grab. Oh, let's hype up the next season of Demon Slayer. Like I understand it, but it did not need to be a movie. I did not need to spend $15 to fucking watch that. Like we didn't have to do that. We could have sat an hour long episode at home.
Yeah, like a special,
and watched that. Yeah,
been fine. Like an AOT. Like we would have been fine with that. I fell asleep during the movie. It was so
the recap.
No.
After,
because I was excited. I was like, okay, cool. Let me refresh, refresh my memory on what's going on.
Because it's a good part. The recap is a good part. We already saw it.
But and like the Nezuko stuff was so it was touching. I was like, oh yay. But then baby hands. Yo, my man Tanjiro has more airtime than Jordan.
Literally,
it's insane. He was just, and his earrings are.
Yeah, it's like his mind and everything he's looking at is slow motion, but everything around him is just fast motion, except his body.
Nuts. And like it was when we get to like just the talk after the Sanemi and Orochimaru stuff, it was just all the exposition.
It was too much.
And I just there like I had to literally go like, yo, give me some food. Like, you're not eating that? I gotta stay awake. It was just so boring. And then hearing some of the people in the back like crying
when the Nezuko part happened, they're like the person in the back were like, "Are you crying?" to like one of their friends, like, why would they be crying?
Yeah, like, are you dead ass?
Like it's sad, and we did agree on this. Like during the movie, we're like, if you don't know that's gonna happen, this is the first time seeing it. It's so sad, it's so incredible. But like being a manga reader, and I've already seen it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna feel like I'm not feeling like that.
Yeah, I want to turn around. Are you good? Like, are you good,
guys? Have you not seen this before?
Like it's been out for like a year. What are we doing? I don't know, man. I want to like Demon Slayer. I like him. I like Uzui.
Tengen, the goat.
I like Gyome.
Gyome's tough, yeah.
I liked Gyu.
I like Shinobu. Gyu is cool, but he's like mid.
He doesn't do anything.
Sorry,
that's a spoiler. He doesn't do shit.
It's just like you don't get satisfied, but who cares?
Yeah.
What else? Like Shinobu, I love Shinobu. I love her character. I love Kanroji, the love girl. Like I love her quirky. She's like one of the only characters actually different enough where it's like, okay, you can actually like her because she's not like this, like the same like formula.
So I'm asking you this: if she didn't have,
I would like her still right. Because she's funny and she's cute. Like
no, boom, bam. They're like, she's just like, I just want to.
She's like, I'm sorry, I'm so
no, she is funny.
Yeah,
she is funny, but I don't know, man. Like I find myself liking more. I honestly, I don't even like half the demons.
It's the ones with the personalities that are likable. Yeah. Like Gyome, Kanroji, Rengoku, and Tengen all have distinct personalities.
Yeah, Tengen got that person.
Tengen is like, say, like then you have like Giyu, Tomioka, or Tokito, and then you have Sanemi, Obanai, who are just like Sanemi's a little like he kind of grows on you, but like the other it's like they're kind of just like stoic, just like calm. They don't kind of give a fuck about anything. It's like, all right, like give them like a personality.
You're so boring.
Yeah,
and like it's crazy. The two brothers, Genya and Sanemi. I hate how much they've changed so quickly.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like in a real world setting, it would make sense.
Yeah,
but not in like a narrative story.
If it was a little bit longer,
a
story, then sure. But like it'd be like Sokka, like dick, and then or sexist dick, and then
I was like, what? What are you saying here?
Yeah, like Sokka was like a sexist dick, but then like, throughout the story, like, you realize like he was like, oh wow, I was wrong. Sanemi 1 minute is trying to kill Nezuko, and then like the next time we see him, he's like next time he sees her, he's like, oh, hey, what's
chill,
up?
Like he's like cool.
Like, it's just like
if you give him like the hot blood, like the hot tempered, like through a character, and then later on change him, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like it's just like, okay, we haven't seen him in like to season 2, and then he's like she's chill. Like at the very end where they're like oh, like we're all in agreement with like Yomi's plan, and he's like yeah, we don't have to say it. I agree. I'm like, that's not how. Like you would say that.
Yeah,
like, what?
And then even Genya, who's
at least like he kind of makes sense. Like
on roids. The man was
Bakugo,
on roids. Yeah, he was on roids.
That's Bakugo.
And then like he fights with Nezuko, and then he like and that's
he like
fine.
sees it like that's fine.
That's fine. Sound to me, why?
Yeah, I don't know.
But then you're still a dick to your brother.
Yeah, I know. He's nice to everyone else. But a dick to fucking the only person he should be next to.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there because that didn't happen in the movie. That's just in general.
The one thing that I do like about his character, I don't think it's a manga spoiler because it's never really touched on. It's kind of like more like an outside like thing where like Shinobu's older sister. I forgot her name, the one that died, obviously, right? What's it called? Sanemi and her were like lovers.
Oh
yeah, like you didn't even know that you were the manga. It's not like a thing that's shit. They were love, like they liked each other. They were like in love. Obviously, she died. I feel like that should have been touched on more. Like that, there's so much like lore behind a lot of the things that they could have included.
Need backstory.
I know you don't need back. Like Eric, how much backstory can you have of just like a reason to want to fight demons? Right? It's like the demons killed your family. I mean, they hurt you.
Sanemi's backstory is tough.
No, it's good. Yeah,
he was fighting demons without a sword. He was
so like
that's tough. But things like that.
Yeah, they don't all need backstories of like, oh, why they're doing this. We know why they're doing it because it's the right thing to do. They're killing fucking humans, and they probably hurt the demons. Probably hurt them. Yeah. We want to know like more about like in the middle where they became the demon slayers. How have they been kind of faring?
You know what bothered me? That like. Michael Jackson should have won. When I say
if
Michael
he was
Jackson,
smart,
I mean
he would have.
on, right? The Hashras were making it super easy for them.
Yeah.
They were only training one person.
Yeah.
And then they go, Guillaume is like, oh, we should probably train.
We found their time.
We should train all of them.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Which is bringing me to another point too. Like it's kind of like a little tangent where it's like you don't have like the rankings of like the Sugokos and like it kind of like the levels of like
they mention it, never touch on
they mention it, never touch on it. That would have been cool to kind of like show because then everyone looks fodder. Everyone looks just like a fodder, and they all look the same.
Even the Hashra, because at this point,
yeah,
Tanjiro is packed up a few,
3 or 2, yeah. But like, yeah, so it's like if they're gonna have a ranking system, you gotta put like more emphasis on it and more detail on it. That's one. But then I do like how you mentioned like Muzan is like. He could have won. It's like I was thinking that exact same thing in the story. I was like, if he was smart, he literally would just be infecting everybody and giving every single demon he has his blood legitimately, so they can become like upper moon, like lower moon rank, and just start killing everybody.
Because they're not beating upper moons.
They're not, and they barely are. Only Hashira really are going to beat lower moons.
Yeah.
Right. So like you weed out all like the mediocre, just like the potential guys. Like Tanjiro and his boys could have died season 1 if Muzan was smart.
Yeah.
Now we understand why Muzan isn't doing this, because he wants to conquer the sun. He can obviously just live in tyranny for fucking thousands of years. Yeah, so like obviously it makes sense. So he kind of wants to make the demons and kind of make them like see which one could withstand the sun and kind of the potential like Nezuko is. So I understand it, but it's like, bro, like weed out the fucking strong people. Try to turn them, and then do your plan. Don't let these fucking Hashira that are like potentially could beat you. Like,
but I would have told Akaza, hey, don't kill. Don't kill Rengoku.
Yeah,
bring him back. Or hey, how about this? Hey, I'm gonna send Kakushibo to go find this mansion. Yeah, and he can probably kill half of them
easily. Yeah,
you know, and then you'd be fine, because then you have all the time in the world to find the blue spider lilies and the one who can conquer the sun. But unfortunately, he's dumb.
Yeah, like obviously it's like, okay, it's been 1,000 years. He's never been like questioned. Like there's like he's never had an issue. So I get it. It's like, oh, you're kind of just being lazy, but it's like give us a better reason than, oh, it's never happened in 1,000 years. It's not gonna happen now. It's like, bro, you see these motherfuckers. First of all, they're packing up upper moons, which hasn't happened in 1,000 years.
After the first one, I would have been like, okay, we have an issue.
I've been like, that's not happened. That's different from the norm. Let's not let shit happen, because like shit could happen. And no spoilers, whatever. But like, come on, like,
bro, you have generational PTSD from Yoruichi.
Yeah, and you're letting a sunbather walk around.
I'm going after his sister. How about we just send Kokushibo or Doma or Akaza, because Akaza's
packing go himself, like,
because Akaza's at this time
he's still packing him up.
He's packing him up.
Yeah,
you know. So I'm just like, he didn't want to win. I don't care.
He didn't.
He didn't want to win.
He didn't.
And this movie just it illustrates that this man is, instead of preparing for the fight of his life or like coming up with a good game plan by talking to his top 3 people, he's playing, I want to be a little boy.
I'm trying to find the book I need in this random fucking mansion that I've been living in for a little bit with like my maids, and I'm just like destroying the bookcase like library area. It's like, you really think you're gonna find it in there?
Like, bro, chill out.
That's another thing too. Like, if like, you know, obviously like Muzan has had like his different personalities, different bodies. If they kind of gave us a little bit more reason and like detail on why he is this little kid now, and why he's in this family, why he's this other person. Like, yeah, like what is the significance of it? Is he just like, oh, I'm doing this to try to like read books? It's like, all right.
Nah, this man Muzan is what happens when you fuse Orochimaru and Aizen together, and it comes out poorly.
And then take half his brain out.
Yeah, it comes out poorly. It's like when like Goten and Trunks try to do Gotenks, and they fuck up just slightly, and they become fat Gotenks.
Literally,
so it's like, you fucked up. It bothers me how, if Orochimaru was Muzan, Demon Slayer is done.
I mean, because Orochimaru would have found that shit.
He would have found it. He would have had contingencies. He would have had.
He would have a lab of just like thousands of people and demons, just like testing.
Right?
them.
Yeah. Just like instead of this, you need to stay in the dark. Fine. He'd be like, I'll be in the dark 24.
I know, and that's the funniest thing. Where it's like he loathes himself because he can't be in the daytime. Brother, you're immortal. That's a very small price to pay for being immortal.
He doesn't even know if it hurts him.
Oh yeah, he's scared.
Yeah, he was like, you pussy dog.
You little pussy, bro.
Oh my god. I love how we went on like a little tangent that's outside of the movie, that's kind of about the movie.
Yeah.
But the movie was literally nothing. It was literally just exposition. And it just bothers me because it's exactly how it was in the manga.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's like, movie, no go. You're not doing that for a movie. Second of all, don't give us a recap into exposition, because it's like that's a lot of that was a lot. There are a lot of funny moments, and there was like it's interesting. Hilarious. If you don't know what's happening, it's still kind of interesting because it's info dump.
Yeah.
But it's like also like kind of repeating a lot of what's going on. It's like, oh, like we just saw Nezuko become like a human, whatever it is, and survive the sun, and then Tanjiro's talking to the fucking helper about that exact scenario that just happened. And then we go to the Hashira, and they're explaining that Nezuko did that thing that we just saw. And then they're talking about a bunch of other stuff that we kind of already kind of figured out. And it's like, needs to be stated, I understand. But like, then you go back to Tanjiro, and they start talking about it again. And it's like this, and that.
And then they kept hitting the same joke over and over with like the swordsmith.
Oh, that was, yeah.
It was hilarious, but it was just like,
it's too much, yeah.
It's the same jokes over and over again. Yeah. Oh my god, Nezuko can survive in the sun. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? The funniest thing was with Zenitsu and Nezuko. Hi, Inosuke.
He was so mad. You're mad.
But like, I don't know, man. It's like, it's hard to like the series because I feel like it's so plainly written. And
which isn't necessarily an issue.
It's not a bad thing, but like, there's so much potential there.
Yeah, there is a lot of potential. That's the problem.
And
we dive into these characters, we flesh them out, we go into the lore so much better than just, oh, I'm talking about what's gonna happen, and then I'm explaining this same thing that happened with every single person.
Yeah, so everyone's in agreement, and then it's hard because it's hard for me to believe that this guy is stronger than some Hashira.
Well, I don't think he is.
I mean, he's done more than Hashira.
He's done more, absolutely.
Right?
He's the main character.
Yeah, he's the main character. That's obvious to happen, but like, there's no ranking system.
Yeah, so you don't see you don't understand the progression.
You don't
know where he stands.
For me, it's like, what's the difference between him? Okay, he's special. Why is Zenitsu special? Why is Inosuke special? Yeah,
because they're friends with him.
That's
all it is.
That's really what it is. Look, and we have these characters who like
you understand why they're a big deal. Yeah.
But then you have other characters like you just like no
like Genya, Kane, like there's like they're important because they're related to the people.
Yeah.
But what is
like Sanemi's a demon. Yeah. Sanemi is just a demon, right? And that makes sense. He's built. He's crazy.
He's got scratches everywhere.
The wounds.
Yeah.
But then you have like Gyu, and I liked Gyu.
Yeah, Gyu's sick.
And am I supposed to think that he's stronger than him?
Well, we know what happens, but like. It's like you don't know, you don't understand like
if you don't read ahead, like are you supposed to be like at this point if you be like, hey, feats?
No feats. Yeah.
So like it's hard to get in. And
it's also very hard that they besides Muichiro or Tokito, no one fights a demon by themselves. So you always have other people with you. So you're just like, okay, I can't really gauge how strong you are because it's either if you're Rengoku, you fight Akaza. But you lost to Akaza, right? But then it's like if Akaza fights someone else, it's like, okay, who performed better? But then it's also like, oh, but like there's other factors, and like this person has two other people with them, and they did this. It's hard to scale it because you don't really see 1v1s, and there's no feats.
It makes you question, like I love Rengoku, but like, would Uzui have fared better?
You don't know.
You don't.
You can assume. Probably because Uzui fought the upper six, right, and was struggling, and Akaza's obviously upper 3, so he's stronger. Like that's like linear scale, you understand, but it's also like
he also has to worry about the kids.
He has to worry about the kids. He has to worry about his wives.
Yeah,
the upper 6 has poison, which is a little bit like that kind of nerves him a little bit. And like you don't see the perfect like scaling.
He wouldn't have been able to deal with the poison.
He wouldn't have
because Uzui has.
But it's also if he's stronger, he wouldn't have had as much issue, like maybe he wouldn't got hit with the poison, but you don't know this stuff, which is like fine, and they kind of go into a little bit more later in the manga and what happened. They kind of like scale it better and like you kind of understand things, but that's not too much of an issue. But it's like you want that, like especially in the beginning, you want to see progress and you want to see where people stand.
The series just needed to be longer.
Yeah,
it rushed to the end, and hey, it's cool to have training arcs. That's fine.
Training arcs are good, yeah.
Naruto's had training arcs. Dragon Ball Z's had training arcs. Bleach has had training arcs. But like it's tough because again, you don't know where these guys stack up on the grand. You have the Hashira who don't seem all that intimidating.
No. Especially the fact that they have not been Upper Moon once. It's like okay, like have them beat upper moons in the past, so kind of like
jump people.
Yeah, like
so
they
you
have
telling
to jump
me,
people.
You telling me the last Hashiras to really body someone besides who we have is Yoruichi?
Pretty much.
So it's just there like, how come Muzan hasn't won?
Yeah.
You know, and if the series was longer and more fleshed out and stuff like this really does have potential, even though it has basic writing.
You give Oda this fucking series, it might be top 10.
Yeah,
like,
it's. I feel like you give Kishimoto or Kubo this series,
yeah, probably,
and it's extremely elevated because we're gonna find out about these people. We're gonna find out more about, you know. And it's crazy how some of the best characters, Kokushibo, Doma, and Akaza, their stories interesting.
Yeah,
interesting. The hierarchy, you get it. It's that's one, that's two, that's three.
Yeah,
you get so much. Here it's just like, obviously we know Guillaume is the strongest.
Yeah,
he clapped his hands, had a little earthquake.
Yeah, he was standing on business, and everyone listened to him because he is that guy.
After that, I mean, it's safe to assume Sanemi.
You could say Sanemi. You could say, it has to be Sanemi.
It has to be Sanemi. And after that, we're gonna just.
You don't know. Like maybe Tokito.
That's what I'm saying.
Because like he fought a one by himself.
Yeah,
like,
and he's related to Yoruichi.
Yeah, so it's like yeah, you don't know.
It's such. And I'm like, I can see why you guys struggle.
Yeah,
you have both teams disorganized as hell. What are y'all doing?
No, yeah, exactly.
A little boy with the little demon girl in a box. Really,
and
just
some friends.
And some friends. Power of friendship.
Yeah.
Get through here.
Yeah, are doing shit. Yeah. But y'all can't do anything. It's like, bro, like you should have this giant facility. You're training everybody. Everyone's getting stronger, and then you fucking jump these upper moons. All 10 of you, all 9 of you, like 9v1 this motherfucker.
What's crazy to me is you have this mansion, you have all these soldiers, and now you just thought about let's train them.
And they always say like, oh, like we finally have time. Y'all haven't beaten upper moon.
You know,
so like, how much time could you not have?
You know how many demon slayers would still be alive if they were just tag teaming?
Yeah, like 100 of these motherfuckers. Like,
yo, run up in a Naruto ninja squad, group of 3. You guys are beating them.
And that's why Tanjiro was able to survive, because he had his sister and he found friends and they fucking helped them. It's like, he's not 1v1ing people, he's fucking 4v1ing them.
Even though they all should have died
numerous
times, they end up winning because it's just like that meme on TikTok that's going around, like, come outside, we won't jump you. And they slide over. It's just them.
It's about to jump you.
And then they have a Hashira with them.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, fam?
So
just in case. This Demon Slayer it pisses me off because it has potential. It really does. And I'm just looking
That's the most frustrating thing about it.
I'm looking at it and when it's like, the fucking ending pisses me off.
I actually don't mind the ending. I like the ending because it's happy.
We talking about the ending or like the ending. You know how there's the ending and then you have the
all of it's fine.
In the future.
All of it's fine, yeah.
Oh hell no.
That's fine.
No. How it should have ended out. You might have to bleep off. Is
fuck you. No.
But I don't know, man. Going back to the movie as a whole, I would have to give it a 4.
I think that's pretty generous. I think like it's probably a Franco 3 or 4. It's not a movie.
It's not.
It's a glorified recap episode with like, it's literally like, oh, instead of me waiting 3 weeks to watch this, I saw it in one day, but I had to pay $15. That's all it was. Like, so yeah.
And the reason why I got a 4 is because the Sanemi Orochimaru stuff and how funny it was.
Yeah, that's
really it. I could care less about 3 different groups of people talking about the same thing. We get it, if I was an animator, I'd be like, yo, I'm really animating 3 different perspectives of the same conversation.
If I'm doing the subtitles, like, bro, I just wrote this. I just wrote all of this.
He's copying.
Yeah, he's literally just copying and pasting. Control C, Control V.
Yeah, yo. So I don't get it, but it is honestly at this point, like, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
I just think that I'm ready for Infinity Castle.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna save this show.
It absolutely is, because that animation is. It should be. If it's not,
that arc is top tier.
The arc is
the
good,
animation
and
is gonna be.
The animation is gonna be otherworldly. So like that's gonna be good. Before we sign off here, have you seen like it's a little bit newer discourse where it's like they talk about like it's time that time has passed and it's like Muzan as a villain versus like a lot of people, and then it's like saying like, oh, better than a Sukuna, better than Aizen, better than this and that. It's like it's like that was like the new thing where it's like oh, like Muzan, his whole thing where like he wants to be immortal, like his backstory is so much more in depth than a lot of these characters, and it's like, bro, Muzan is not even the best villain in his fucking series. No. Like, he's not even
so far as Aka's
he's not even better than his underlings.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, if you believe that, I think you need to stop whatever smoking you are doing. I think you need to check out the video that just dropped.
I was about to say, yeah,
of the TOV, the Tournament of Villains.
Yep.
You will see Muzan get brutally eliminated round 1.
Yeah.
So if you think Michael Jackson Muzan, Mr. Annie, Are You Okay, is a top tier villain, you need to reevaluate your life choices. This is a public service announcement coming from me, Dev, aka Bodega, Mr. I want to check up on you because I'm worried.
Because like if you Demon Slayer your favorite anime, it's got it's all good because I can see the appeal because it's funny, it has interesting characters, so it's kind of wholesome. You know, aside from the demon killing and turning people families into shit. Like,
oh yeah, since he's dead, you know, might as well just.
I didn't know you could do that. Oh my god! Holy shit, Rengoku, no. Right, but it has like wholesome, cute moments. Like I can see the appeal. I can see why people like it because it's not like convoluted, this complex like info like story that's like you can't understand. You have to kind of rewatch it. Like I can understand all that, but like when we're talking about like heavy hitter anime type shit, like let's not compare like Demon Slayer to shit because it's like it's an enjoyable watch. It's kind of like Dragon Ball where it's like if you kind of turn your brain off a little bit, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But then Dragon Ball at least has iconic characters, iconic moments.
It does have
like,
some well-written moments.
Yeah, well-written moments. Like at least like Dragon Ball is like on a higher scaling, like on like an upper scaling, but it's like you kind of look at it with that vein where it's like if I turn my brain off in Dragon Ball, it's the greatest thing I've ever watched.
Yeah, because like the fights do carry Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Whereas like the animation carries
Demon Slayer.
Yeah. You know, and the fact that you have to look at this and go, all these special effects don't actually happen. Kind of.
Well, again, they happen. So the thing is, like a lot of people have a discourse about it where it's like, yeah, you can see it.
It's called mental illness.
Sure, but it's just the thing is, if like when like what Tanjiro does the water stuff, he's not actually manipulating water. You can see it; it looks like water, but it's just like his energy. That's all it is. So it's like I don't know why the
author, the creator even had said that.
Yeah, I don't know why she would do that. Like, what was the point of Zenitsu can use lightning, but it's not actually lightning, so it can't even scale it to lightning. Like, all right, like what the fuck? Like that was like a biggest like that was like there's a few things you can say about your series to like make people dislike it and like ruin it. That was one of them.
That was that. You're like, all the cool fire, lightning, yeah, fucking snake shit. That does not.
It's not real, yeah.
Because now when I see the snake for Orochimaru, I'm like,
it's like it can be seen, yeah, but it's not actually a snake.
Is that what the demons say?
No, the demons are like this guy's like swinging a sword really hard.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, it's gonna burn.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't burn, but just cut. Like, yeah.
And whereas the demons are like, I can do shit.
The demons actually have like, what was the thought process? These demons actually have powers, and it's like, oh no, we can't give the Slayers actual powers.
The people that struggle against the demons, we can't give them powers. Make it harder for them.
I know.
This is not Demon Slayer. This is Hashira Slayer.
This is it's like the main character is the demon at this point.
Oh my god! Look. You enjoyed. If you have watched the movie, even though I don't recommend watching it, just wait for the anime to come out.
Yeah.
Let me fix your head, Goku. Just wait for the anime. Honestly, it saved the $15, the 40 pesos, the rupees, whatever.
The yen,
the yen, like whatever you need to do that you're working hard to get the money to take it. Save it. Invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Just wait for the anime.
I will say, if you haven't watched the season 3,
you shouldn't even watch the movie though.
I mean, like, if you weren't planning on it, I mean, like if you like, I don't really want to watch season 3, whatever. Like, watch the movie then, because it's a good recap. You get the best moment of season 3, and then you get a nice introduction.
You get dropped right in the middle of a fight.
It's the best moment. Then you get to like the introduction of season 4, which, especially if you're not a manga reader, if you don't know what's happening, it's solid. If you go in not watching season 3 and not knowing what's gonna happen, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good, especially the Nezuko stuff.
Yeah,
but like, save yourself the money. Just watch the anime because it's gonna recap it again.
Yeah.
They already got the 6 episodes for
the
next season, so just save yourself the money. And honestly, if you disagree with us and you think that we're being a little too harsh, disingenuous about it, whatnot, let us know down below. You can comment. Obviously, respectfully, we're gonna disagree.
Honestly, I want to hear why you thought it was good, because it's interesting to me. We're like, I loved it because I just like the comedy. Fair enough, because I thought it was funny too. We were laughing. Like, we were laughing.
We were
like,
dying.
I'm telling you, like when she did the so funny, it was so cute. She's like, small hand.
And she got kicked by a little baby. He's just like,
he kicked the fuck out of it. Literally, yeah.
It's we want to hear it, honestly, at the end of the day. Like, and if you did enjoy and you agree with us, we want you guys to like, share, favorite, whatever, comment. We want to make more content like this. Please validate his reasoning as to why I had to watch the movie.
Pretty much,
I didn't want to. So if by you showing love to this video, I cannot say he's wrong.
I mean, we figured it wasn't going to be that good. It wasn't gonna be Infinity Train. Like, it wasn't gonna be that. Mugen is Infinity. Mugen means Infinity in Japanese. I'm pretty sure. Like Mugen Tsukuyomi.
But I thought you were talking about like
not Infinity Castle. No, it's Mugen Castle. I'm pretty sure.
It's Mugen Castle.
Yeah, like
Mugen
Tsukuyomi. Infinite Tsukuyomi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, what were we saying?
The validation.
Oh, the validation. Just in general, let us know, because we figured we had to watch it, because just in case
it popped up,
it was amazing and it was incredible, and we missed that, and we didn't make a video about it, we were never going to forgive ourselves. And we were like, we'd rather it just not be that good, and we make a video talking about our thing, and then we're done with it. Then it's amazing. We missed it. We didn't make a video on it, and then people are upset because we didn't talk about it.
Exactly.
So it's fine. Justify us watching it. If you liked it, let us know. If you disliked it, let us know. If you want to see something else, let us know. Demon Slayer, probably not going to talk about it again until the anime comes out.
Yeah.
Because there's not really much content going on anymore. So, if you enjoyed that, leave a comment, sub, hit that like button, and follow our socials.
Yes.
Episode 13, Curse Ones Podcast. You already know what it is. Kid Clutch Bodega. And peace.